All right, got Louie out in Cabela's. We had to come up north for other Louie's go home today, and so we brought this Louie too, and so we're doing a little field trip after that session, him and I. He had a little bit of a harder time on this drive, a little bit of a longer drive, but once we got out of the car, he's been fine, recovering really well. Good job, buddy. Louie, heel. Good boy. He's made a lot of good friends along the way. That's a lot of the employees here like it when dogs come in. It's fairly busy, so we've got lots of good distractions. So I'm starting to see how well Louie can handle e-collar alone without as much leash help and body language. So leash help, body language, food are all easy ways to communicate to a dog what the e-collar means, because it's very clear. So when I move away, I need him to find the heel position with the leash. My body language is moving away from him and encouraging him to follow position. If I go into him, he's got to slow down, putting a little bit of spatial pressure on him to slow down. And so all of these things communicate to our dogs what we're asking, but over time, I want him to be able to do this with less help. And if we need to go back to help here and there with distractions and those kinds of things, we can. But ultimately, I want him to be able to do this without the leash, so we can have a dog that can heel off leash, though there's distractions and those kinds of things. Louie, heel. Good. Give him a little tap there because he's veering off to go say hi, and I didn't give him permission to do so. So holding him more accountable for maintaining position, little tap. He felt it. He's like, oh, I gotta come back into position. And he's doing really well. So he still has this like really happy tail. Occasionally, like these little mannequins made him a little nervous, but we worked around it and he's not worried about it anymore. And so I do find the more I expose him to things, the better he gets. He's able to recover faster, handle things a lot better. So with e-collar levels, I'm playing a little bit with it because when I go away from using as much leash, he tunes out more e-collars. So there's been times when we've bumped it from the 3 to a 5. Not anything crazy. So it's not like we're jumping too high, but as we lose a communication tool like the leash or body language, he needs a little bit more e-collar communication. So we just bumped that level up. Heel. Good job, buddy. Even that, like a little worried about somebody dropping something back there, recovering well. So he's doing good. I'm happy to see him just come out of his shell and be able to process. So a couple things that have been harder for him are the downs when I go away from him. Louie, down in a new place. And so we've been working this a lot, where I take a couple steps back, his ears go back, he's a little bit unsure. As I step away from him, it's a little bit hard, but we just work it. We keep working it and have him get better and better with it. Okay, Louie, okay. Good job. Louie, down. So again, I just rep it out. He wants to lay right on my foot here. Step away. If he breaks prematurely, I'm going to tap him and say, Louie, down. Good boy. Okay. Good. That's very good. And he's picking up that when I say okay, we move along. We've been here for a second, so we're out of the treat. So I'm not saying YES. We've done a lot of food stuff. Now I'm just saying okay. Louie, down. Try a little bit more here. Good. So what I was doing earlier is I was stepping back in, giving him food, stepping out, really encouraging. His tail does get a little bit tucked here because it's a little bit scary to be further away from me. But this is how we work on his nervous system getting better, being able to handle and trust us even though we're far away from him. It's just a skill that he needs to develop as we keep practicing. And he's doing really good. Okay, Louie. Oh, Louie, come. It's like, that was scary. Heel. We're going to do it again. Louie, down. Something kind of spooked him back there as I was saying the release command. Good job. Okay. Good boy. Yeah. So I want him to be able to recover from those things, even though he gets startled by something. We want to just make sure we are helping him with obedience. It's okay if you get startled. We all get startled by stuff behind us, you know, when we can't make sense of it. So we just keep getting him out. Exposure. Lots of good things. And see his tail. He's like, oh, I did it. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all okay. Good job, buddy.